welcome. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about what is a Kriya and why do we do them in Kundalini Yoga. So Kriya means complete action, and it refers to the sets of exercises that we do in a practice or in a class. And these sets of exercises are a combination of a few different elements, including pranayama, breath work, asana, the physical postures, including the particular angles that we hold our body in order to affect the glands, mantra, the use of sacred sound current, and mudra, particular hand seals or hand gestures. Combined, all of these aspects create a very particular flow of energy in our body. And there are many different Kriyas. And so depending on the Kriya, it will have a different effect. So for example, there's Kriya for the heart, Kriyas for the kidneys, for the lymph system, Kriya to activate intuition. So lots of Kriyas available for you to choose from. Traditionally, a student would maybe have to practice for many, many years with a teacher before they were given just one Kriya and one meditation to practice for their whole life. Up until about 50 or 60 years ago, these practices were kept very secret and hidden. They were protected, kind of much like many of the martial arts traditions, the same thing. And now we have them available to us to use. So they were kept secret though because they're very, very powerful. In the Kundalini Kriyas, these practices, we are awakening, activating the Kundalini Shakti. Your Shakti is the evolutionary impulse, the creative impulse of the universe, and it lives within you, and it's what you're waking up through these practices. So it's very powerful, and this isn't to create fear, it's just to be aware of the nature of these practices. And so you can choose a Kriya, you can do it on your own. It's important that you don't change the Kriya. You want to do it exactly as it's given, because again, these have been perfected and practiced throughout thousands of years by these yogic rishis and masters that really studied the effects of the breath and sound and movement on the mind and body. What you can alter in the Kriyas are the times. So if an exercise, for example, says to do it for 9 minutes, you can always do less time. So you might just do 1 minute or 3 minutes, but you never want to do more time. You always want to stay within the parameters there. If you're doing the Kundalini Kriya practice, it is important to tune in before you do it. So Om Namo Gurudev Namo, we say 3 times before we practice. And this is just a way of really honoring the tradition and the lineage, what we call the golden chain of teachers that have come before us and just passed these teachings on. The word lineage itself, it means like a line that's been woven through the ages, right? And we consider this like a living wisdom stream. And we're entering into the stream, or we're taking hold of this line. And through that, we're receiving many, many beautiful gifts as we do. So to tune in is a way of just respectfully honoring the tradition by which these practices were given. All of the Kriyas in Kundalini are really designed to prepare the mind and the body to naturally enter into a state of meditation. It's to create and cultivate the conditions for us to really then just be able to drop in deep. It's like we release tension, that deep tension or fatigue in the body and mind through the Kriya, and then we can really drop into the state of meditation. And that's really the essence of why we practice them, and to come into that place of unity consciousness, which is the goal of all yoga, is to unite our individual consciousness with the universal consciousness, to be one. So all yoga is said to raise the Kundalini and bring us into this beautiful state of union. So hope that this was helpful for you. Sat Nam.